Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, fatal car crash shuts down Everett Turnpike southbound in Merrimack. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
And we are following breaking news tonight out of Merrimack. A serious crash shutting down the Everett Turnpike after exit 10 southbound. Good evening, I'm Charisse LeClaire. Police confirming just a short time ago, one person has died in this crash. Let's go live to WMUR's Tim Callery live on that scene. And Tim, what do we know at this hour?
Well, Charisse, is still very much an active scene, as you may be able to tell here behind me. We'll go ahead and give you some live pictures of what officers are dealing with. Again, as you mentioned, state police confirming that one person has died in this accident. Several others were rushed to local hospitals with minor injuries, according to state police. This is a two-car accident. Now, the victim's identity is not being released at this time, and officers are not releasing the make or models of the vehicle as they are trying to notify the next of kin. But just to give you an idea of the scene, there are about, I would say, half a dozen state police cruisers here, along with Merrimack Police and the fire department. Now, the Everett Turnpike southbound side is completely shut down at exit 10. There are a number of state police cruisers up there blocking off the highway, detouring cars off that exit ramp. To give you an idea of where this happened, it wasn't right at exit 10. It's a little ways, maybe 100 yards or so down from the tolls there. So as you come on to the Everett and start making your way south, that's where this accident happened. But again, one person has died. Several others rushed to local hospitals with minor injuries. The highway is completely shut down on the southbound side at this hour. Northbound side is completely open, so no problems if you are heading up that way towards Manchester. Now, the state police reconstruction team is here on scene trying to figure out just what exactly caused this accident. State police say they expect to be here on this scene for some time. We're live here in Merrimack. I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Bitcoin debates on world's largest futures exchange and pieces fall. CME, the world's largest future exchange, launched its own Bitcoin futures contract Sunday under the ticker BTC. The futures fell 3.8% to 18,760 about 4 hours after opening at 20,650 and rising slightly. Power finally restored at nation's busiest airport after hours-long blackout. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
I had this chest cold, but my medicine kept wearing off.
I missed you.
Then I discovered Mucinex. One pill lasts 12 hours, and I'm good.
Why take 4-hour medicine? One Mucinex lasts 12 hours. Let's end this.
And good evening, I'm Tom Yamas. As we come on the air in the West, we begin with that breaking news. Right now, a crippling blackout in Atlanta at America's busiest airport. Authorities now trying to get everyone out of the airport. Images from Hartsfield-Jackson at this hour. The airport appears to be in near total darkness. Thousands of passengers, confused and frustrated, crowding into terminals, not sure when or even if they'll get into the air. Dozens of planes stuck on the tarmac and hundreds of flights into and out of Hartsfield have been canceled. And this picture tonight from the airport, travelers stuck outside. Tonight, late word on a possible cause. ABC's Marcus Moore leads us off.
Tonight, the nation's busiest airport in the dark. Thousands stranded when the power went out without warning at Atlanta's Hartsfield International Airport.
Atlanta Airport, no power, no light.
The lights flickered once. It was really scary, and then they flickered again, and they didn't come back. And it's been about an hour now, and it's just pitch darkness in the airport.
This worried parent unable to find his 10-year-old son who was flying alone.
I've been stuck here by myself with my daughter trying to get to my son. I'm not the only parent.
Passengers using flashlights to guide them. In some parts of the airport, the only sights and sounds, the emergency announcements. Late tonight, officials saying a fire in an underground electrical facility may have caused the power outage. Reports of smoke in the terminal coming from passengers.
We could see fire trucks all along Terminal E and black smoke coming from the back.
The massive power outage shut down critical equipment and computers, stranding thousands of passengers. As many as 100 flights on the tarmac, pilots and passengers relying on social media for any updates. Some passengers let off planes covering themselves for warmth as they huddle on the tarmac. David Robinson's in Dallas trying to get home to Atlanta.
We were scheduled for a 4 o'clock flight. Now we're being pushed over till tomorrow on a 7, 11, and 12 o'clock flight for a group of 6.
The drama unfolding in Atlanta. At least 600 flights now canceled, more than 500 delayed. The power shutdown creating a ripple effect. More than 2,000 flights across the country already delayed.
Marcus Moore joins us live. Marcus, officials blaming that power outage on a fire. Do we know how long the power will be out and when they'll be up and running?
Well, Tom, tonight they tell us they could have that power restored by midnight tonight, but it's still unclear how long it will take to get the airport back up and running at 100%. But I can tell you, we are seeing the effects of this outage here in Dallas. You see that line of passengers here at the Delta ticketing counter. It certainly is proving to be a long and frustrating night for so many travelers. Tom.
We see those lines forming behind you. Marcus Moore with the breaking developments. Marcus, thank you. Let's get right to former Marine Corps fighter pilot and ABC News contributor Steve Ganyard. Steve, this is a serious issue that you believe is going to affect travel for the coming days?
Tom, I think for airlines that are headquarters in Atlanta like Delta, it's going to have a cascading effect, and it's going to take them a long time to figure out crew schedules, putting the airplanes in the right place. Every hour that goes by without power compounds that delay.
Now, Steve, when the Atlanta airport lost power, there were planes in the air. Were any flights ever in any type of danger?
Tom, what we know tonight is that air traffic control and the control tower maintain power. So nobody was in danger, but there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be affected by this for a long time to come.
Colonel Steve Ganyard for us tonight. Steve, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday, and I'll see you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.